Klutch simulations.
What's going on, folks? Klutch here with the Farm Sim Show, looking at the brand new Bourgault DLC package that has just been released for Farming Simulator 19. We've got 7 brand new pieces of equipment and 1 brand new tractor, the John Deere 9RX down at the far end over there. Oh yes, let's dive in. Let's take a quick look at each one of these pieces of equipment. And speaking of which, this here is the 9RX, John Deere 9RX. In fact, this is the 9620RX. You do have a couple different variations on this. They will range from 520 horsepower to 670 horsepower, depending on engine size. And they have a top speed of 40 kilometers per hour, or 24 miles per hour for my American friends. Engine setup is one of our options. The 9470 is base at 517 horsepower, price of $428,500. We could bump that up to the 9520 and as well to the 9570. And lastly, the 9620, moving us all the way up to 670 horsepower for a premium of $76,500. Under our wheel setup, well, there's your standard, but we also have the option of going with a 3-meter split on that, more of like a row crop style. So you have that for a premium of $5,000. That's our 2 options right there. You max out at 510 grand if you go with both premium options. And that there, folks, is the 9RX. And next up, we have the Bourgault XR 770 harrower. It's a weeder that has a width of 21.3 meters base, and it requires 350 horsepower to pull. At least that's the recommendation. In the story, you'll find that it has a base price of 56 grand, and its maximum working speed is 7 miles per hour. Now, we're working on the 70 series. There is also a 90 series design option you can add onto this, which will give you a 27.4 meters width. It's going to bump you up, of course, that $4,500 to $60,500. Definitely a wide weeder. This is the biggest weeder of the base game implements available. So if you're on console or just using base game implements, this is by far the biggest weeder available now. On deck, we have the Borgo FMS CD8 72-8 seeder. This is a 8-meter seeder with attached tank, the capacity of 7,200 liters. Required horsepower for this is 240 horsepower. Maximum speed for this implement is 11 miles per hour, and the total price $182,500. As well, guys, this is a direct drill implement, so no previous cultivation is required. You can drop this down and seed to your heart's content without needing to have that cultivator beforehand. And just beside that, we have our 2 PARALINK Hoe Drills. Here in front of us, we have the 3320-76. This one here has a working width of 23.3 meters and requires 500 horsepower. The bigger of the 2, which is over on this side, is the 3420-100. And this bad boy over here requires 600 horsepower and has a working width of 30.5 meters. The 3320-76 has a base price of $273,500, whereas the 3420-100 has a base price $430,500. So quite a bit different there. However, there are no options available for either of these. They are as how they come. And of course, you're going to require an air cart to connect to those direct drill heads. We have 2 air carts with this pack as well. In front of us, we have the 7950 air cart with the single wheels. And just off to the right, this one here is the 71,300 with the duals. Now, the difference between these two, while they look very similar, is simply size. The one on our left, the smaller of the 2, has a capacity of 33,475 liters, while the larger of the 2 with the duals over here, this one has a capacity of 45,810. You'll find both air carts alongside with the seeders. This one here is the 7950, the smaller of the 2. It has a base price of $272,000. However, it does have an option of changing some wheel setups. First of all, you can change the rears to twins, and you can also change the front to twins, which is going to give you an added benefit of paying $92,000, but will give you twin wheels all the way around. As for the 71,300 series, what you see is what you get. Its cost is $331,500, and there are no variable options on this. It is what it is, and that's how you'll get it. And the last piece of equipment is a Bourgault cultivator, the SPS 36050. It has a working width of 12 meters and required horsepower is at 480. This one also has a rear hitch, which is kind of an oddity for most cultivators. It is a pin hitch, however, so make sure you pay attention to that, as it will require the correct receptacle, of course, to connect to it. And you would of course find this in your cultivator section of your store. It has a maximum working speed of 9 miles per hour and total price is $189,500. There are no options available. What you see on this one is what you get as well. So let's take a bit of a closer look at the Bourgault seed trailers. Now, they work pretty much the same as every other seed trailer and basic seeding implement that has dual tanks on here. Right now we are set up with the auger wagon to go into the seed tank. You can see there's our auger right there. However, there is a fertilizer tank up at the front. Now these hatches can pop open. This auger is going to move over and you can fill that with fertilizer. So you're going to have a dual tank system. Over here is the same thing on the larger unit. It is exactly the same. It just works the way you would expect it would. Now both of these units have hitches on the front and of course the rear. You can see we've got a pin hitch on the back, a pin hitch on the back. We have them set up in different configurations right now, more for display purposes only. The one on the right, the smaller units we have over here, this one here will not work. It will not plant in the current configuration. You cannot have the planter head behind the seed trailer itself. It needs to be set up with the plant head in front, seed trailer towed behind. That is the only way these systems will work. And the best way you can really tell this, guys, if you look down here, we've got our hoses set up. You can see they just kind of double back on themselves right now. Whereas if we go across to the larger unit, well, these hoses are now splayed out and they run the length of the implement itself and everything is connected. That's the best way to tell. Now, of course, we still do have the pin hitch available at the rear of this unit. Now, this would be more for just transporting stuff around the farm if you do need to. If you just had this disconnected, you can connect something else to the back of this. There's no real reason to have this connected while doing any kind of work in the field, of course. And same goes with, of course, well, this head has a pin hitch on the rear of it. Now, once again, they're pin hitches. Make sure you guys take a look at that if you want to connect anything to it. And make sure you have the right pin hitch with the right connection point, as obviously that there's the pin itself and there's over here we just have a hole. I believe it's on the front side of it. You'll see it's more of just the hole where it connects. You can't see it over there, but you get the point. One will be the hole and one will be the pin. Make sure you have the right connection with the right area. And kind of to further that, the cultivator that came with this pack also has a rear pin hitch like I spoke about earlier. You can see it right there. So it is possible to tow an implement in behind this cultivator if you'd like. There may be some interesting options to do that, potentially with some liming, some fertilizing, some herbicide. You may be able to do something behind this, potentially even do a seed with some of the implements. Perhaps one of the horse packs, you could possibly pull one of the seeders behind here that has a 12-meter width, and that would be all one piece of equipment then. That would be an interesting option. There's not too many cultivators out there that have a pin hitch on the rear as well. So just be aware, of course, you're going to require a pin hitch to connect anything to it, as always. But it is an option now. It's something you could possibly think about. And of course, to wrap this up, let's go do a little bit of planting with the 9RX and our new Bourgault seed hog and implement. Oh man, what a big system this is. All right, let's unfold. And the way this unit especially unfolds is very unique. You can see here you're gonna have two arms that swing wide and it just kind of pulls the seed hog, the seed trailer, in tight on us. We're just gonna watch this as it does its thing. Absolutely amazing. Looks so good. Oh man, love it. There we go. That looks fantastic. All right, and let's quickly talk about one thing I like, one thing I don't like about this. Let's pull over here. Now, one thing I'm not a huge fan of, or not necessarily not a fan of, but one thing I wish they would have done differently. There is a swing arm, a boom arm up here for bags, for your seed bags, your fertilizer bags, as you can see right here. I wish that we had that as an option. That does not work. It would be nice if that was something that could be used. You could pull that out and pick up a bag. Too bad that that's not available to us. It would be a nice little touch on both of these, as well as the smaller seeder as well that has a boom as well. Unfortunately, none of them work, but it would be very cool if we could see that. Now, for something I do like, it's just the level of detail. If we look at the detail throughout, I mean, the hoses themselves, all of everything is just absolutely, there's an immense amount of detail put into all the implements and all the equipment. It's absolutely, it's actually kind of pretty amazing, the detail that's in here. Anyways, with that being said, I think it's time we go do a little bit of planting, give us a quick test, and see how she runs. Already set up. Let's turn it on and lower it down. There she goes, and away we go. All right, I like it. That is, that's a nice set in the field. Oh, love it. Do love it. Anyways, guys, that's going to do it for our first look for the Bourgault DLC. If you are looking to pick this DLC up, you're going to find a link down in the description below, and that is our partner link with Giants, where you can go ahead and download this. Any purchases made through that link go to help out the channel and is greatly appreciated. You guys are awesome. Other than that, folks, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you guys did, make sure you drop a like and don't forget to subscribe. We do the Farm Sim Show at least 3 times a week. We look at all the new mods and new equipment and stuff that is upcoming for farming sims. So if you guys make sure you keep tabs on that. If you hit the subscribe bell, you'll be up to date on whenever we drop a new video or a live stream on that for that matter. But other than that, folks, I will catch you guys next time. Hopefully tomorrow morning we'll be back with the Farm Sim Show. Hopefully we can catch you then. Other than that, have a great day. We'll see you then, guys. This is Klutch. Over and out.